Hello everyone, this is my TBR list for the end of the year. For those uninitiated into BookTube, TBR stands for to be read. So I am 7 books away from completing my 50 book challenge, and you can follow me on Goodreads, #plug, and these are the books I've chosen to read for the month of December. This one is Saga. This is the 3rd Saga volume. I've been reading these and I have been absolutely loving it. So it's a sci-fi graphic novel series. These 2 races are at war with each other. It's a huge intergalactic war, but 2 members of these warring species have fallen in love with each other and they have a child. And that's a big no-no in that society. I really love the art style and the storytelling, and it's just really fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And this next book is a non-fiction book. It is The Book of Hyuga, The Danish Art of Living Well, and it's by Louisa Thomas Britz. You've probably seen the word Hyuga. That is the correct pronunciation apparently. My colleagues have been calling it Hyuga, which is just incorrect. Like I'm not 100% sure on what Hyuga means, but it's sort of been defined as like the coziness of the soul. So picture like a nice cozy evening, you're in a sofa, loads of blankets around you, it's warm, there are candles, you just had a nice warm meal with your friends, and you just feel very warm and cozy and secure and relaxed, and that's just kind of like what Hyuga means, I think. Let me know if you know the actual definition and you can define it better than I can. So this is kind of perfect to read in these cold, dark winter months. This next book is a poetry book. I apologise for my pronunciation in advance, but I believe it's called Kumkandra, and the poet is Kayo Chingonyi. So according to the blurb, Kumukanda is the name given to the rites a young boy from the Luvale tribe must pass before he is considered a man. And it just sounds really fascinating. I don't know a huge amount about it, apart from like little bits of what my friends have told me, and people from the poetry scene have been like, you have to read this book. So I've finally got my hands on a copy and I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm really trying to just sort of push harder and write more and do more with poetry, so just reading more is essential. So looking forward to cracking into this. This is Inversions by Ian M. Banks. It's part of the Culture series. So when I'm done with Inversions, I'm going to move on to Look to Windward. So the Culture series is a sci-fi series of novels. It focuses on this sort of utopian society where it's full of aliens, sort of like human-like people, and very, very advanced artificial intelligence. You can dip into the series at any point. You don't have to read them chronologically because there's like 10 books or so. But you can just read one if you like. But it just basically follows this society over millennia, and it's fascinating to read. It's one of my absolute favourite sci-fi series of all times, released in 1999, 1998 or so, and it's one of like the sci-fi series written. Like, this series is just so epic. It's brutal, it's violent, it's gripping, it's thrilling, it's fantastic. Next book I want to read is The Wind in the Willows. This is an absolutely gorgeous edition. I've never actually read The Wind in the Willows. It's just a childhood book that I never got around to reading when I was younger. So I'm looking forward to reading this and getting familiar with the story. Last one on my TBR list, it is the 2nd volume of Giant Days. I read the first one and I was just completely in love with it. It's about these 3 girls who have started university. It's set in Britain and they became instant friends, and it's just wonderful seeing these 3 girls, there's like friendships and dealing with like university issues. And I wish I read this when I was at university. I think it would have given me like a lot of joy and helped me through a lot of issues and like scenarios I was also going through. And there's things like freshers flu, or just sort of like meeting new people and dealing with these situations, and like it's it's so lovely and heartwarming, and the characters are just fantastic. So these are the books that I shall be reading for the rest of the year. If you do want to see if I actually achieve my goal of reading 50 books by the end of this year, you can follow me on Goodreads. The link will be in the description. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!